Lila and the Secret of the Learning Tree. Once upon a time, in the bright and cheerful town of Sunnyvale, there lived a curious little girl named Lila. Lila was 7 years old, had curly brown hair, and wore glasses that sparkled whenever she discovered something new. More than anything, Lila loved asking questions. "Why is the sky blue?" she asked her father. "How do birds know how to fly so far?" she asked her teacher. "What makes the moon change shape?" she asked her grandmother. Everyone in Sunnyvale called her Little Miss Y, and though sometimes people laughed, they always tried to answer her questions. One summer morning, while walking through the park, Lila noticed something unusual. Behind the big fountain, half hidden by flowers, was a narrow path she had never seen before. It was lined with golden leaves that glowed even though it wasn't autumn. Her curiosity tingled. "This must be an adventure waiting for me," she whispered. She followed the path until she reached a magnificent tree. It was taller than any tree in the park, with branches stretching wide like arms ready to hug the sky. The bark shone silver, and the leaves shimmered in colors she couldn't even name. A wooden sign at the base read, "The Learning Tree, ask, and knowledge shall bloom." Lila's eyes widened. "A tree that answers questions? This is perfect for me." She placed her small hand on the trunk and asked softly, "Why do stars twinkle?" The leaves rustled, and suddenly a branch bent down, lowering a sparkling golden apple. Lila took a bite, and instantly, images filled her mind. Tiny balls of fire burning far away, their light bending and shimmering as it traveled through the Earth's atmosphere. "Stars twinkle because of the air around us," she exclaimed. "Wow!" Excited, she asked again, "How do bees make honey?" Another apple dropped, and she learned about buzzing bees, collecting nectar, and turning it into golden honey in their hives. The learning tree was magical. But just as she was about to ask her third question, a small voice squeaked, "Excuse me. Could you save a question for me?" Lila turned and saw a squirrel wearing a tiny vest and glasses. "I'm Professor Nutters," the squirrel said, bowing. "I also come here to learn, but the tree only shares so much wisdom each day." Lila giggled. "Of course. Let's share." Together, they asked questions. Lila learned why rainbows appear, and Professor Nutters discovered how seeds travel. They laughed, took notes, and promised to return every day. But one morning, when they reached the tree, something was wrong. The leaves drooped, the silver bark had turned gray, and no apples grew. "Oh no!" cried Lila. "What happened?" A faint whisper drifted from the branches. "My roots are thirsty. My knowledge fades without care." Professor Nutters adjusted his glasses. "Lila, the learning tree needs our help." Lila thought hard. She remembered her science teacher once explaining that plants need 3 things: water, sunlight, and healthy soil. "Come on," she said. "We'll fix this." They fetched buckets of water from the fountain and poured them around the roots. Then Lila asked the park gardener for compost to enrich the soil. Finally, she cleared away the weeds that blocked the sunlight. Slowly, the learning tree's leaves regained their glow. Apples began to sparkle again, and the trunk pulsed with life. "You saved me," the tree whispered gratefully. "Because of your kindness and knowledge, I can continue to teach." From that day on, Lila understood something important. Learning isn't just about asking questions. It's about caring for the world that gives us answers. She shared this lesson with her classmates. They took turns visiting the tree, always giving back, watering, cleaning, or planting new flowers nearby. The learning tree became a secret classroom for children and animals alike. And Lila? She was no longer just Little Miss Y. People now called her the girl who helped the tree of knowledge. Every time she looked at the shimmering branches, she remembered. The best way to learn is to be curious, to share, and to care.